Welcome everyone to another Starcraft 2 commentary slash replay. I am Zord, and this is our third game between Idra, our green Zerg down here, and Happy, our yellow Protoss way up here. So far, well, I guess this won't ruin it since if you haven't watched the other ones, you don't know. It is 1-1, so this is a best of 3. And this will determine who is the better player, I guess. Maybe this was in a tournament. I'm not 100% sure. I think this was MLG or something, judging from the stuff on the loading screen for the map. So, we are on a bigger map here than the last two. Much bigger map, and this time they are not spawning close at all. They are on completely opposite sides from each other. Happy here starting his wall off. Always smart to do, and what is that? A bunch of rally points afterwards. I guess that ups your APM. Stuff you have to do to be a professional. Just randomly clicking to make your APM higher than it actually is. And look at that SCV dance for fun, and there's the barracks. Not really sure what the point of that was, really, except to up your APM. Probably that's it. So, congrats to him. He's got high APM, and it did absolutely nothing different than your normal person would. So, yeah. Up here, getting his refinery down. Idra, I'm expecting a fast expand, and sure enough, there he goes. Spawn clicking the move. Again, you got to keep your APM high. And he is getting that down. All the while, we have one scout moving across, SCV. Probably going to check here first, and we'll not see anything, and then we'll check into Idra's actual base, see the fast expand, and start to be concerned about that, because it's such a big map. There's really not much you can do to counter this, and he's getting a spawning pool up now. So even if he managed to completely get a few Marines out right now, by the time they got here, the spawning pool would be done, and he could have a queen and a few Zerglings come out. So yeah, it's these big maps, and actually he's not even checking down here. He's cutting all the way up here. Interesting. I guess he's looking. He only looked at the expansion actually. That's kind of funny. So if Idra wouldn't have fast expanded, then he wouldn't have known he was there. He could have had a really crazy early rush. Marines taking the towers, and this other Marine taking the other tower. Again, it's such a large map that knowing when your opponent's attacking and with what and from where is such a huge advantage. And since you probably won't be doing much anyway, it's very smart to send your Marines out there just to take control. Plus, they can move if they see this, which they will. Queen coming out here, so I don't expect a bunker, especially since he doesn't really have many Marines. However, this drone is... Nah, he's not going to get in because it's walled off. However, it's not going to survive, probably. Moving back, and so long, drone, thanks for coming. SCV coming back home. Forcing, though, since he was scouted, forcing Idra to make a spine crawler down here. Just a little bit of defense, since he's got scouted, he knows what's potentially coming. So, Zerglings moving out. Probably just going to try to harass a little bit. I mean, he knows it's walled off, so he knows he's not getting in, but it'll just force the Marines to stay here on guard. He could also just have them sit outside the base, and for a whopping cost of 50 to 25 minerals, depending how many he loses, he'll be able to tell when Happy wants to expand, or if he's going to harass, and with what. So he will most likely... No, he doesn't see that Hellion coming out. However, it was only one Hellion out, and what are these Zerglings going to do? They're just moving in, and they're not going to be able to do much. This one Marine should, patrolling around, force them to retreat. And what is up with my video? Sorry, that happens from time to time, and I really don't know what the hell causes it. Probably just an old, bad computer, and it's not even that old. And where's that Hellion going? He's coming back. He didn't do anything. Guess he just wants to get rid of these Zerglings. And definitely going to chase him out. They're not speeding, so he does have the speed advantage. He will get the kill if he wanted to, and stopping and turning around. Where is he going? Can he get the one kill? This other one sitting at 21 hit points, and there will be the other kill. So he definitely will not be able to see that. Up here we have a Banshee coming out with Cloaking Field, and I thought that was a Viking. Yeah, Viking. Maybe he's just going to go try to get some free Overlords. Once a Viking catches these Overlords without that speed, those overlords die. We have one moving in, and it's probably going to try to move all the way in just to see what's going on. And he's not going to want it to see that tech lab on the starport. That is definitely very scary. What will he do? Zergling seeing this Viking, so he might get a Spore Crawler just because of that Viking. Maybe. Evolution Chambers up, Cloak Research almost done, and he has no real way of detecting this Cloaked Banshee once it hits. Viking, I wouldn't tip your hand too early here with that. That could force a Spore Crawler, which is definitely not something you want. You want him to not have any anti-air or detectors. So Vikings patrolling, looking for overlords and not seeing much of anything. They are all over the map, like one's here, one's here. Where are the rest? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Overseer Cocoon. So he definitely saw. What did he see? He didn't see that, actually. So I'm not sure entirely why he decided to build that Overseer. That almost looks like... Huh. Maybe he saw the Viking and just expected something was up since he didn't see much else. So decided to build that Overseer, and very good move. I mean, he really can't see anything. So how he knew that that Cloaked Banshee was coming, I'll never know. Some of these pros, they can do stuff. They just like have a sixth sense. And they just know. So Idra is moving into his third base, all the while getting up a Spire in his base and a Baneling nest. So Banelings, ever so great against these wall-off, a move called the Baneling Bust. You basically send in a few Banelings, attack whatever's low, like the supply depot, and just blow it up, bust through the wall, and then you send all of your Zerglings in and just tear through mineral lines or whatever. So we will see what he's planning on doing with this. He's expecting the expansion now, so he's going to try to just hit what he can, and he might be able to deal with it. Nope, Marines getting, or just shredding those Zerglings. Very close, but not super close. So we'll have to see what is going on here. Another Overlord moving up, trying to get at 6 mutas in production. Stimpak's about done. Scanning, seeing if he can see what's up. Seeing the Spire, so he's definitely going to have to be expecting mutas. We'll probably see some towers go down just to deal with that threat. The engineering bay, of course, prereq for towers. So yeah, knowing the mutas are coming, not wanting to deal with it. Viking trying... Where's he going to go? I don't know. But here comes those mutas, and he's going to have to try to defend his mineral line. He's got a few Marines here, but his main is left unguarded completely, barring... Nope, those are supply depots, not even towers. So will he get some towers? Mutas trying to engage, getting a few worker kills, it looks like, and pulling back for now. Checking the workers killed, he only has one worker kill, actually, so Muta's not really doing that much. However, getting that Viking, and they are sitting... I think he was making 6. Maybe he lost... No, he does have 6. So I thought he was making more, maybe not. So Marines forced to camp out here for now, all the while he's getting his third up and running. A Cloaked Banshee, getting a few worker kills. This Queen going to town. Overseer seeing it, but he got 8 kills with that Banshee, and I think most of them were workers. Very good thing. Very, very well played. That Overseer just will be the bane of him, to put it nicely, since that Cloak Research is now almost worthless. Not completely worthless, because he does still have to move that Overseer, but one Spore Crawler 2 would do the same thing. So he's got 2 Overseers hanging out. So he definitely is well aware of it. What do we got? A few bunkers, one bunker, and a few supply depots coming up. Walling off this, just to make sure more Zerglings can't come off. I think there's some room here. I'm not sure if that counts, or if it doesn't. Zerglings moving up with the mutas, going to try to force him to pull back to his base, and that definitely is a little spot. That's why he is building that second thing. However, once he sees the Marines engaged down there, he decides to move up here, destroy the towers. And again, with this many mutas, you can easily destroy the towers. Taking out some SCVs, taking out this refinery, probably taking out this command center, and instead of even going to defend, he's just moving out with an attack of his own. Zerglings coming around, and they will see this, and they're going to try to swarm this tank. Getting a tank kill, always good when all you lose is a couple of Marines, and then pushing back, just kind of being an annoyance. Muta's still going to town up in the base, another one tower up, Another one trying to get up. I don't know if he's going to have to. If he can snipe this engineering bay, that'll mean no more towers, and then he'll just have free reign to go wherever the hell he wants, ruining that, not being able to finish that upgrade, getting a supply depot kill, and more supply depot kills. I mean, he's going to be almost capped if he can get a couple more of these killed, and we'll see no more towers, and he's going to definitely get this one and maybe this one. Happy's running